Mothers, daughters, sisters, wives, friends, women at risk for breast cancer, an illness for which there is not yet a cure, but an illness for which there is hope if it is detected early. American women assume that they will have access to early diagnosis of breast cancer. They know that without it there is little chance of surviving. This is not the case in developing countries.
This is the women's hospital in Chinandega. The need obviously is great.
This is where they deliver the babies. 25 babies per day. Normal delivery babies. They check them over there.
Maria Lopez lives in Managua, Nicaragua. She has never had a mammogram. The few that are available cost $45. That's 10% of her average yearly income. And even if she could afford one, the film processor at the women's hospital no longer works. Where there is equipment in developing countries, it is often old and inadequate, making quality films impossible.
Processing, if you notice, the films are still dripping wet.
In Ahmedabad, India, Sarita Khan is unaware of the technology which could detect breast cancer. In many undeveloped countries, women's health is a low priority. In 1989, when Dr. Richard Hirsch, a radiologist from Akron, Ohio, visited the country on a medical mission, there were only 12 mammography machines to serve a country of 800 million people. Women are dying simply because they do not have access to early detection, or, in many situations, the knowledge or awareness of its importance. Overwhelmed by the needs of women such as these, Dr. Hirsch founded the not-for-profit organization Radiology Mammography International, an organization dedicated to making mammography and early detection possible for women worldwide. After enlisting the support and generosity of United States companies and physicians willing to donate mammography equipment, Dr. Hirsch leads teams of volunteers to developing nations. The equipment is carefully installed by service engineers like Gary Harris, who make sure the film processors are correctly calibrated for the best results. Training is provided to local physicians, technologists, and medical students. Dr. Hirsch reports that watching his students absorb the information and then provide accurate interpretations of films is one of his greatest rewards. RMI's mission is not only to take technology and training to developing countries, it also brings physicians from developing countries to the United States to learn. Dr. Marta Escoval, a radiologist from Leon, Nicaragua, spent 2 weeks studying 500 mammography films in Akron, Ohio under Dr. Hirsch's direction, an experience she called necessary and wonderful. She will now train generations of students in the science of radiology in her home country. In her eyes, the difference that RMI has made for women in Nicaragua is immeasurable. RMI's teams always include talented female technologists such as Ohioans Sally Davis and Jenny Little, who donated their summer vacation to train technologists in Managua and Leon. Women line the hospital halls, sometimes traveling by foot for a full day to receive a free mammogram from the team. Volunteers also reach out to take the message of early detection directly to women in the community. Barbara Johnson, a breast cancer survivor from South Dakota, spoke on the importance of early detection to women's groups in clinics, classrooms, and villages throughout Nicaragua. Each 2 to 3 week mission to a country requesting assistance is carefully planned. Sites are chosen which can sustain the project and treat the women who are diagnosed. Teaching hospitals are often selected because they train doctors who will carry the knowledge to communities throughout the country. For Dr. Hirsch and his teams of volunteers, the rewards of helping medical communities meet the needs of underserved women cannot be measured. Their reward is the inner joy of knowing that they make a difference one woman at a time. It has been said, "To whom much is given, much is expected." Radiology Mammography International, through the generous financial and in-kind donations made by U.S. companies, individual citizens, hospitals, and physicians, is doing its part to fulfill this obligation, by reaching out to women across international, cultural, economic, and ethnic boundaries to save the lives of mothers, daughters, sisters, wives, and friends.